So this is sort of like a breaking news. I just finished recording a video on Vite as a replacement for Create React app. For those of you who don't know, on February 14th, the React team announced the death of Create React app, and they want folks to start using build tools or frameworks in place of Create React app. Now here we are on X. We have a post by Evan You. For those of you who don't know, Evan You is the creator of Vue.js and Vite.js. He's very, very popular in the dev world, very, very smart person, and has contributed tremendously to the ecosystem. So here on X, he posted the following. Based on what I gather, it feels the React team's hesitance on Vite and build tools in general is how it aligns with their vision of React. React server components being the recommended paradigm, and how much influence connection they have with the set tools to make sure the integration works as they designed and can adapt to design iterations. If this is correct, then for the record, the Vite team and Void Zero Dev is 100% open to establishing an official collaborative relationship with the React team, both from Meta and Vercel, to figure out the ideal alignment between Vite, by extension Rolldown, and RSC. The door is open. So this was posted just a few hours ago, I guess 9 hours ago. Basically what he's saying is Vite is open to work with Facebook and Meta and Vercel in order to incorporate features from the latest version of React. For those of you who don't know, it's the feature that he's talking about is RSC, React Server Components. The React team has determined that this is going to be the future, and of course the dev community is pretty split. Last time I checked, is that a lot of folks think it's overcomplicated. The feature set is very hard to integrate into any build tools due to the way that RSC works, because you had to send down like this version of JSON to the front end, and then the front end would somehow render the thing on the server, quote unquote. So it's a very different paradigm, very hard to integrate, and folks have been trying to integrate it forever. And it took a company like Vercel, the company behind Next.js, to work with React team, right, at Meta, to completely integrate that into the latest version of Next.js. So it sounds like it was a bit too difficult to do if you're not a company without React team support. So Evan You here is saying, hey, we want to integrate it into Vite, so we're open to collaboration between you guys to put it into Vite. So, and then next post he says, also, from a conflict of interest standpoint, as the author of Vue, I have decided that RSC is not the direction that Vue wants to go. So Vue.js is very different than React, but it's also very, very popular. But he's just saying he doesn't want to add RSC or all the complexities with RSC with Vue. This does not prevent me from making sure Vite as a framework agnostic tool to better support a defining feature of React, which is still the most widely used framework in existence, which is fair. So what he's saying is, even though he's an author of the competing framework called Vue.js, he's still the author of Vite, which is a frameworkless agnostic tool. So that makes sense to me. You want to continue to support the community by adding functionality to Vite. So even though he doesn't like RSC personally and doesn't want to add it to Vue, he wants other people to continue to use RSC if they want to within React. And then he's got an update. Oh, updates. Someone from the React team has reached out to me saying I am egregiously wrong. I apologize if this is not what the React team is thinking, but it's my honest guess because I am just as puzzled as many React users by what took so long for Vite to be better acknowledged as a recommended tool. Regardless, still open to the proposed collaboration, which I believe will benefit both ecosystems, which has a large overlap. So this is where the drama, right? This is why it's spicy, because someone from React team apparently reached out to him saying, hey, if you don't like to support RSC, then you are wrong, pretty much. And there's some beef between the React team and Vue.js because it's a competing framework. But for Vite to get interact into it, it sounds like, there's like React team doesn't really want to recommend Vite as much as their other tool, which is like Next.js, which probably has corporate sponsorship somehow. So money talks, right? So I think this is very interesting that we have a bit of battle here. And then the comments down here gets very, very spicy. Like they're like, why are you attacking React? I don't think he personally attacked React. He just decided, as the author, he has a view. He has the right to not support this paradigm. So I personally not a big fan of RSC at the moment. I can see its benefits, but I'm just not sure if the complexity is worth the reward for switching something from what we used to like SSR or SPA all the way to RSC. So there's a lot of complexities involved and a lot of shift in paradigm, shift in thinking how React works. So that's the current development of this right here. So I'm really be interested to see what ends up happening. I think what I ultimately want is definitely I would love for Vite to support RSC out of the box. Maybe someone will build something to create a template for RSC. That way, the only problem is, so if you think about it this way, I think Next.js, like Vercel, has a good relationship with React. And right now, if Next.js is probably the most advanced framework to support RSC on the market right now in the world. So if another framework decides to support RSC, it will create a competition. And I think there might be a bit of favoritism in the React team to work with Vercel rather than Vite. So that's just my opinion. And I doubt that Vite will support RSC very soon with the official help of the React team. So if anything, somebody from the open source community might create something to support it. So what do you think? What do you think will happen? And why do you think there's a little bit of spiciness going on right now? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you.